So Ilam is an archive, first of all. It's always been a struggle in giving the correct kind of name for Ilam because it does multiple things. So we are an archive because we house recordings of traditional music from all over Africa. And we are a library because we also house books that have that are about African music. And then we are like a museum because we hold instruments, different instruments from all over Africa also on display so people can see and know, because most of the times you would hear sound, but you cannot really associate the sound with the instrument. And so they always felt these things should go together. The archive, which has got the sounds, and then the instruments. So there's always that link between the two. There's a course, ethnomusicology, which is mostly about African music, or rather music of the world. But our focus is more African music. So we've been teaching that course through the music department for a very long time. And so the course has now developed, and we are getting more and more students, and so we've designed different modules and things within ethnomusicology, and one of which is called IMS, Instrumental Music Studies. So now we have students that are coming in to learn how to play some of these instruments, to do a bit of dance, learn more about African music as much as we can give. So that's basically what we are doing.
The students that usually come here to learn the different instruments and traditional songs, in order for the library to make them interested in those dances, the people that teach them introduce the element of performance. You understand that performance brings out the curiosity and the fun of it. So it's not only about learning a particular song, but it's also about learning that particular dance and then having fun while doing it. Because it is always fun to learn dances or songs, particularly in a language that you speak. And when when somebody is learning these particular traditional songs, and the element of performance is then factored in, it then becomes a very pleasant experience.
The course is designed in a way that anybody in the university, whether you're studying music or not, you can do this course. IMS, Instrumental Music Studies. So we teach a lot about African music there. And so that is one way that we are working with the students. But also some of the students who have taken the course, you see them now being performers on their own, doing shows on their own like that, which means that it was effective in that way, that people now are taking this music seriously and they're doing their own shows out there. What we are trying to do at the moment is try and find ways to collaborate with other universities in Africa. And so that when we're talking about music from Zimbabwe, we can bring in somebody from Zimbabwe to come and talk about the music. It makes much more sense when it comes from the person who's from there, and we can have exchanges with the students. We take our students to those places and we have those students come into our place. So we are working on things like that, so that the student experience can be much broader than the classroom. As much as we are an archive, we want to always be looked at as a living archive, which means, we're not just housing things. These things are being used by the community, by anybody else. To have that access is quite important.